What week has been in the crypto market, boys? We've had an insane week of gains, but our baby boy ICP is lagging a little bit. Now, guys, before we start, you need to smash the like button. You need to go and leave me a comment because the bots are getting out of hand. ICP is number 37. We're at $5.60. And we rejected again from $6. Now, it's important that when we're in these uptrends, we do expect some sort of slowdowns, cool-offs, and consolidations on the way to continue the move upwards, guys. So again, weekend price action usually is a little bit slower with the occasional outlier. But I would expect over today and tomorrow, leading into Monday, we do get some cool-off and some consolidation, which could potentially lead us into a lovely move next week, guys. Now, we actually do have a CME gap to be filled at around 114k. If you go and you check out the liquidity map, then you're going to see on the 24-hour time frame, we've got liquidity to be grabbed a little bit above us, but also below at 116k. But if we go to the 3-day chart, you can visualize it even more, right? There's a big pocket of liquidity at about 116.6. And then on the weekly, it goes slightly deeper to around 115, which is going to be where that fair value gap is, guys. So again, it would be good for us to maybe go lower before we do push again for these range highs at $121,000 for Bitcoin. And another reason why I was expecting us to cool off, guys, is because number one, Ethereum just hit a macro range high. We'll look at that in a minute. Bitcoin was going up only. Some of our altcoins were going up only. But then we also had reached this macro trend line. But we also had reached this macro support, guys. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance fell off a cliff last week. We have support coming down here, and then we have support in our recent uptrend as well. So it would make sense that maybe Bitcoin starts to take some dominance again from our altcoins. But the main thing is that we need to break through this previous wick and have candle closes below 62%. If we can have candle closes below 62% on the weekly, that's even better. So looking at Bitcoin, for anybody who did miss one of my last videos on how Bitcoin is relating to ETH, I mean, we came up in 5 stages, right? We had accumulation, reaccumulation, markup, reaccumulation, markup, right? And that was in the previous push to all-time highs. You go to check out Ethereum, and it was pretty much the same thing, right? So you had accumulation, reaccumulation, markup, reaccumulation, markup, right? Are we now going to be in another accumulation for Ethereum and have a sharp drop down? I mean, I don't think we're going to have a drop down like this for ETH. The general trend is very, very strong right now. Again, we must bear in mind that we are at this macro range of resistance. However, we have tapped on 4K 3 times before. And I do think that after a small consolidation for the next week or so, if we can start to retouch this trend line and maybe go for a push for 4K, that's going to be really good for a lot of our altcoins, guys. And you'll see that demonstrated in the ETH Bitcoin pair as well, right? We hopefully should start to push to 0.033 for Ethereum. Again, we'd like to hold above 0.029 for Ethereum. So again, before we do get into the ICP bit, we have come up to the 1618 target for this measured move at 120.5k. Remember, if we do violate 112k, that's going to be a break of our macro structure. But then when we come to ICP, if we keep it nice and easy, to be honest, guys, we've got a big level of support on this trend line here, again with this order block going all the way to around $4.60, and we do have resistance at around $6.66 to $7.70, which we spoke about. I feel like a broken record. We spoke about that so many times, guys. If we do get pushes higher and we do start to break out of this reaccumulation range, and again, this is just a very clear reaccumulation, right? We're not violating the lows. We're not going too high. Once we do break out of this zone, guys, we're going to be targeting, I believe, this second order block at around $10 for ICP. So that's going to be about 100% move for our ICP bags. However, Total 3 did reject from this big order block here. We could be coming down to test the 0618 at 968 billion. We wouldn't want to lose that before we do have another test to the all-time highs. And remember, these are all healthy, guys. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of people who did come into the market and they bought the recent high, and they're going to be getting pretty pissed off, and they're going to say, oh my God, why does it always dump when I buy? That is because they dump into, I mean, look at this move from the Total 3 from that breakout, guys. It was a move 25%, 28%, but represented a lot more in certain altcoins, guys. So again, this could be a good level to be long in. We'll see how low that takes us for our ICP stack. Others, again, having some issues here breaking out. We did say that we had quite a lot of resistance here. Again, order block at around 290 to 300 billion is acting as resistance. So if we do something like this, we come down, right, retest, and then start to go again. That would be ideal for a breakout on the others chart. So again, this shouldn't be surprising for anyone. If we can move this down and we can say, right, this wick low is probably, or hopefully should be, a good level of resistance. If we can come over the weekend and reject and we don't reclaim this level and start to push back up to 64%, that's going to continue our altcoin season that all of us are really praying for right now, guys. But weekend going to be probably just chilling. I'm going to take some time away from the charts, come back and assess it on Monday. You guys let me know what coins you want me to cover on the channel going into next week. Let me know how you're feeling about the market. That's it from me to you today. Go enjoy your weekend. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Like the video. Peace.